Hello guys, it's been on to 3 and I'm back with another video, and today I have two stories of r/entitled parents. One is family acts like they own the theatre. So a family with so many kids disrupt the theatre. Second is an entitled scumbag uncle stealing kids from stealing tickets, not stealing kids, stealing tickets from a little 8-year-old kid. Before I start the video, make sure to like and comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and with all of my videos I have a hidden quote in the video. First to comment it gets a heart. Let's get straight into video. This one's titled Family Acts Like They Own the Theatre. Yeah, so this happened today. Edit. I never use my Reddit, so I tried to post this like 5 days ago and I didn't have kudos, so today is actually 5 days ago and isn't really nearly as exciting as a lot of these on here and is relatively short, but it was incredibly annoying, so I'm going to put it out there. I work at a dine-in movie theatre. You sit down, write down your orders, and I run around and grab the orders and ring them in, etc. Very limited human interaction, which is super nice. And although it doesn't keep some annoying people from being annoying, the fact that there's a movie playing at least keeps the attention off me. Because there is a movie playing and it is a restaurant. There is no outside food allowed, like that's a DOH violation. Also, no talking, obviously. Enter entitled family. They're here for a kids movie earlier in the day. Lego's movie too. So it isn't super busy. Maybe like 20 other people in the theatre, and it's a smallish theatre, maybe 50 seats. First, I walk past and catch the dad very conspicuously eating takeout. I think it was halal, like lamb over rice or something. To that end, we have an exchange. ED, entitled dad. Also keep in mind that a movie is currently playing and I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. Me. Sir, I'm sorry, there's no outside food allowed. It's a Department of Health violation. ED. Okay, I'll remember for next time. I kinda just stare at him for a second and wait to see if he puts it away, but nope, keeps eating. Me. I'm very sorry, but I have to ask you to put it away. ED. Rolls his eyes but says, fine, and sets it aside. I'm not sure if I have the authority to confiscate it, so I don't. I just hope he gets the point. Nope. A few minutes later, I see him eating again, and instead of dealing with it again, I get a manager. And I wasn't there for this part, but she says he's got a very bad attitude about having to put it away, but she threatened to confiscate it, so he did. I have no more problems with the food. Cut to a little over halfway through the movie. I'm in the back where the servers are and I hear a thumping sound, so I go out to check on the theatre. The entitled family's 3 young kids are standing up and dancing around the theatre. Kids movie has a few catchy songs, loudly stomping and laughing. Their parents? Well, the dad is ignoring the whole thing and the mum has her phone out and is recording them dancing in front of the movie. Problematic because A, you can't record in a movie theatre, and B, this is clearly a disruption. I head over to them again and talk to the parents. Me. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but your kids need to remain in their seats. Blocking the aisles is a fire hazard. True, and it's disturbing the other guests. EM. There's barely any people here, so it's fine. Me. I'm very sorry, but they can't run around. EM. They're enjoying the movie. The movie has songs in it, and you're saying they can't dance to the songs? This is for kids. Me. Yes, but there are other kids and parents trying to watch, and EM cuts me off and is now talking well above the preferred volume for a theatre. I paid to be here. First, you won't let my husband eat, and then you won't let my daughters enjoy the movie? This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. This is a dine-in movie theatre. She's acting all huffy and puffy that I would dare ask her to stop her kids from turning the theatre into a pucking McDonald's playhouse. Unfortunately, I can't get a manager to kick someone out for disruption unless another guest complains. Fortunately, I did a run around the rows and explicitly asked guests if they were bothered, which I wouldn't normally do, and I got several yeses, so I got a manager and they were removed. Dear God, the EPs raised hell the whole time. They had to pause the whole movie because they threw such a fit. The kids crying because they want to see the movie, and the parents threatening to sue over, quote, discrimination, amongst other things. Haven't seen them back, and thank God, and everyone else in that theatre got a free pass to come back. All I have to say to this is hello, I wonder what race this guy is. He has a lot of kids. Stereotypes are gonna be real. Oh, come on, you just know you had that stereotypical, he must be Asian. He has a lot of kids. Oh, that's the perfect stereotype. I'm gonna hear people saying, you hate Asians, you hate Muslims. I'm both, so don't try it, guys. And asking people or customers to complain about other people, that's plain evil, but I love it. I would do the same thing. Evil is evil, and you gotta love the pettiness in this. This one's entitled Scumbag Uncle Steals Concert Ticket from Little Kids. So, this happened a very long time ago. I'm currently 24 and was 8 or 9 at the time, but I'll try to be as accurate as possible. At the time, my aunt, N.A., nice aunt, worked with the big arena in my city, where most concerts/events in the area took place. So she often had access to tickets to these events and would sometimes give them to family or friends who were interested. One day, my mum told me that N.A. had called and offered me tickets to a concert, a Hilary Duff concert. Now, it's 2004 and my little self was stoked about this. N.A. had 8 tickets in total and gave 4 to me and 4 to my cousin. We'll call her EB, entitled Beach. The idea was each of us had 1 ticket for a parent, 1 for us, and 2 to invite friends. Unfortunately, that summer, my 2 closest friends were both on vacation with their families, and all of my other friends were pretty much boys, who, to the shock of no one, did not want to see Hilary Duff. So I was a loss of who to bring. This is until I told my dad about it, and he said that his work buddy had tried to get tickets for his girls because they really wanted to go, but they were sold out. I had hung around with them a few times in the past and really liked them, so I told my dad to see if they'd like to go with me. He called his buddy, who of course said yes, and the girls were super excited. All was well, until 2 days before the concert. My mum was working, so my older sister, BS, badass sister, was home with me. The phone rang and I thought nothing of it because at the age of 8, talking on the phone was not something I really did. But BS came and got me and told me my uncle, father of EB, wanted to talk to me. Now, some background on my uncle, who will henceforth be known as AU, A-hole uncle. Entitled isn't a big enough word for him, is a dick. He's always been a problem in my family. He's extremely entitled, arrogant, self-centered, manipulative, cheap, etc. But I digress. He's a piece of poop basically. I went to the phone and felt extremely nervous because I really don't have anything to do with him and I couldn't fathom why he would want to speak to me. I'm also prone to anxiety, which did not help. Things are a bit fuzzy here because it was so long ago. I remember him asking if I had invited anyone and talking about EB's friends, but honestly don't remember the conversation very clearly. What I can say for certain about this little chat is that he was basically talking circles around me, and I remember being so confused and lost as to what he was talking about. Basically a grown-ass man manipulating a confused 8-year-old. I was very shy and timid, and though I didn't understand what he was saying, I was always taught to be polite to adults and answered in the affirmative to everything he said. I would like to make it clear, however, that he absolutely knew what he was doing at that moment. He knew I was too young to understand what he was talking about. He knew he was manipulating the situation. Anyway, after 20 minutes of utter confusion and anxiety, the call was over and my sister asked what it was about. Even at that moment, I couldn't tell her because I genuinely did not know. All I could tell her was that it had something to do with the concert, but my sister knows what an a-hole AU is and was very suspicious, so she called my mum at work. My mom was also suspicious and called NA, and boy was she in for a surprise. Apparently AU told NA that I wasn't bringing anyone and had agreed to let EB take 2 extra friends. He told her this the previous night, long before ever speaking to me. Now at this point my mom and sister are flipping out. My mom explains that this is not true to my aunt and asks if she can pick up the tickets on her way home from workplace for safekeeping. NA was confused and said that AU had dropped by the day before and gotten all the tickets because apparently it would be troublesome for my mum to have driven all the way out to get them, so he took them all and said he'd give them to us at the venue. He told NA that he had talked to my mum about this and everyone agreed on it. Total bullpoop. Now, my mum and sister are putting things together in their heads and realizing that he planned this all and never intended to give the other 2 tickets I was owed. I still didn't know what was happening. The next thing I knew, BS was on the phone again, this time with AU himself. Again, my memory of this is fuzzy, but she went off on him. Some quotes that did stick with me though. "You are going to give those fucking tickets to my sister, you son of a bitch. She's 8. How can she agree to anything? She didn't know what you were talking about. You're a fucking piece of poop. Fuck you, you little bitch." This is all paraphrased, of course, as I don't remember word for word, but a lot of the conversation stuck out to me because 8-year-old Angel thought BS hated her guts because, well, older siblings, and this was the first time I realized maybe she didn't because she stood up for me, lol. After BS slammed the phone down, I started crying because I finally realized what was happening, and even though I still had a ticket, those little girls didn't, and they were so excited and I felt so bad. Once my mum got home, she called my dad to let him know what happened and that he'd have to let his work buddy know. He was livid. He's always hated my uncle anyway, but nothing could be done for it. On the day of the concert, we met up at the venue. Luckily AU wasn't there, just his wife, EB and 4 of her friends. Now I know this girl. We were actually pretty close when we were really little, and I knew she wasn't innocent in all this. She couldn't just bring 2 friends, she had to bring 4. Just looking at her, I could hear her wailing in my head, "Daddy, I have to bring all my friends." Honestly, I'm lucky I got to keep my own damn ticket, but he wasn't quite brazen enough to try to do that. Needless to say, the concert, though good, was awkward. Having to be around them, I honestly just remember feeling really bummed because her and her friends were completely ignoring me and I felt lonely. I really wished I had a friend there too. I still feel sad for those girls when I think about it. To leave off on a more positive note, when it comes down to it, they won the battle, but I think we won the war. Both of those girls have established careers and I'm working towards my degree, while AU's 2 brats are both mid-late 20s living at home. Neither graduated high school. EB is a hotel maid and her little sister, possibly even more entitled than her, has been unemployed for years. And everyone in the family pretty much can't stand AU. Oh well, that's what entitlement gets you in the end, I suppose. Okay, I'm having a brain fart at this moment. Hilary Duff, did she do Zoe 101 or did she do Lizzie McGuire? Or was it both? I'm getting them confused. But either way, I would be pissed if that was me. I'm a boy and I'd be pissed because I love those shows. And I feel like people here won't know who they are, but damn, I love those shows. And for the uncle, no, that's just horrible. How are you gonna trick a little kid like that? I feel like that's something my family would do though. Oh, but that's awkward, and I feel so bad for a little girl to be lonely at 8 years old. Like, that's meant to be something you're meant to love. Oh, that's a nightmare of a memory. But at least, I guess you could say you won the war. Little kids are little kids, even if they were entitled. But then she says they're still entitled. Either way, the uncle should be disowned and then taken to a bridge and drop kicked off. I'm joking, guys. Do not do that. Do not drop kick anyone. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Peace.